Alright, welcome back. Here we are, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and we're going to be departing from Northeast Ohio Regional Airport in Ohio, and we're going to be flying to the Tri-State Airport, Milton J. Ferguson Field over in Huntington, West Virginia today. So, appreciate you tuning in, appreciate the love and support as always. We're going to get this thing going here. So we're in this Cessna Citation CJ4. We got our flight plan put in here, and we're going to get this thing on the ground here. So we already accepted the flight in NeoFly, so
welcome back, Captain. It looks like the weather is perfect for
that will go in right there, and then we're going to open up.
New mission, new passengers. Let me know when you are ready to start boarding. Captain, we have opened the gates for boarding. The passengers are on their way.
Kilo Hotel Zulu Yankee traffic. Cessna November 11361. Taking off runway 27. West departure. Kilo Hotel Zulu Yankee traffic.
Alright, we just announced our takeoff. We're just going to wait for NeoFly.
Transporter from dispatch. All passengers on board. You can ask for the clearance to take off.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Alright, there you go. So we're departing from KHZY, and we're going to be over, or arrival or destination is going to be KHTS. So we're going to get this thing up and going in the air here. Let's go ahead and do just a few things here. We're going to set this over there. We're going to adjust our altitude to about 4,400. Should be good. We're going to go ahead and release our flaps. Release our parking brake. And we're also going to go ahead and turn on our seatbelt and safety lights for our passengers. And we'll depart from Ohio here. So here we go. Let's go full throttle. Departing from runway 27. We got live weather, live time. Positive
Bon
climb.
voyage, aircrew. We hope to see you again soon.
We're going to lift the wheels. We're going to reduce our throttle here. And check the airport behind us. There we have it. Quite a few people there. We're going to go ahead and grab a thumbnail here. I believe this is episode 81.
Kilo Hotel Zulu Yankee traffic. Generic November 829er Charlie Bravo. 1 miles northeast. Inbound visual runway 9er. Kilo Hotel Zulu Yankee traffic. Approach Cessna November 11361 is type Cessna C25C for miles southwest of Kilo Hotel Zulu Yankee, 2,800 feet. Request flight following. Cessna November 11361 approach. Squawk 2432.
Altitude.
Squawk 2432. Cessna Tree 61. Cessna Tree 61. Radar contact 5 miles east of Oscar Alpha 07. 4,100 feet. Altimeter 29er 2.
Alright, we're leveling out here. At 4,400 feet, so I'm keeping an eye on our speed here, make sure we don't overdo it. Everything's looking good. So we are sitting at 10 million now. We got 2 passengers here. We're going to go ahead and get Camille to serve her drinks. And then we're going to check on Hurricane and Snoop here. So yeah, they're not looking to land until 4:23 for Hurricane. 3:40 for Snoop. So they're doing good though. Alright, and let's go ahead and check out thinking runway number 12 should be good. This has us on runway 30. Okay. Alright, so we'll set for runway 30. And if we want a more direct flight, this is 230 miles for a direct flight. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we're going to adjust this to 203.
Cessna Tree 61, contact Youngstown approach on 133.95. Good day.
133.95. Cessna Tree 61. Youngstown approach. Cessna November 11361 for 1,400 feet.
Cessna November 11361, Youngstown approach, altimeter 2992, radar contact continue.
All right, there we have it. Alright, let's see what we got as far as the airport here. So we are heading to Huntington, West Virginia. Elevation is 823 feet.
12 o'clock for miles at 4,000 feet, generic. Report them in sight.
We got traffic at 12 o'clock.
Generic Foxtrot Tree 8. Traffic is 5 o'clock, tree miles at 4,400 feet. Cessna C-25C. Report them in sight. Generic Foxtrot Tree 8. Contact approach on 125.5. Good day. Cessna Tree 61. Contact approach on 125.5. Good day.
And then we're going to be handing off here.
125.5 for Cessna Tree 61.
I don't see traffic at 12 o'clock.
Approach Cessna November 11361 for 1,400 feet.
Cessna November 11361, approach altimeter 2 enter 2, radar contact, continue. Cessna Tree 61, traffic is 4 o'clock, 2 miles at 3,900 feet, generic. Report them in sight.
Traffic is at 4 o'clock. There we go. We got them in sight.
Cessna Tree 61 have the generic in sight.
See if they're still creeping up on us or not. Kind of curious which way they're going. So KSF 38. They seem to be good. Alright, so NeoFly here. Let's see what we got going on. So we're looking at episode number 81. We're departing from Northeast Ohio Regional Airport. And we're going to be headed over to Tri-State Airport. In Huntington, West Virginia. Now we are sitting at 10 million in cash. So we go ahead and get our description going here. let's pull up our nav map here. See what we're doing. Looks like we can adjust our heading here just a little bit to the right.
Cessna Tree 61 contact approach on 126.55. Good day.
126.55 for Cessna Tree 61. Approach Cessna November 11 Tree 61 for 1,400 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61. Approach. Altimeter 29902. Radar contact. Continue.
Should be good to go there. Alright, I think we check the log here. 277 was our last landing, so still a little high. We had like 5 in a row that were kind of high, so we'll get that adjusted hopefully on this one. And then we're gonna go ahead and finish checking out the airport here. So yeah, it sits at 300, or not 300, 828 feet above elevation. And looks like the runway is a lengthy one at 7,019 feet, so not too bad as far as the landing goes. It looks like we can probably come in here on runway 30 and maybe hit this one and go right into parking. Definitely don't think we need the whole thing here. We may even be able to hit B right here. But either way, Huntington Tri-State Airport is where we're headed. We're going to be flying over Buffalo Creek and the super quick gas station. So Ohio and West Virginia, what body? This is the Ohio River here. So that is where we're going to be going down here. So yeah, Ohio River, we're going to be catching it up. Is this still the Ohio River? That is. It has not changed. So yeah, we're going to be catching the Ohio River. It looks like right around here. Right after the Wayne National Forest. So very cool. Alright. And we're sitting at a cruise speed of 230, so that's definitely not too shabby there.
Cessna Tree 61 contact approach on 125.5. Good day.
Going to 125.5, Cessna Tree 61. Approach Cessna November 11 Tree 61 for 1,400 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61 approach. Altimeter 29902. Radar contact. Continue.
Hmm. Right, never mind there. Alright, what are we coming up to here? I was trying to do something on the side here. That just went away. We're going to go ahead and peek up over the dashboard. So Twin City Medical Center, about 5 miles out. Cleaver is over there. New Philadelphia is off to our right. This is episode 81. We're going to get our thumbnail going here. Go ahead and slide this over so that we can see where we're going here. So this, we're going to Huntington, West Virginia. Episode 81. We're going to slide this down here. Go to there. There you go. There's our thumbnail. Go ahead and export that.
Charlie, contact Cleveland Center on 120.4. Good day.
Save it. Alright, that was not
120.4,
us.
generic 5 Lima Charlie.
We got some other people in the air, ATC talking to them. Coming up to the Ohio River just yet.
Cessna Tree 61 contact Cleveland Center on 120.4. Good day.
120.4 for Cessna Tree 61. Cleveland Center, Cessna November 11 Tree 61 for 1,400 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61. Cleveland Center, altimeter 29902. Radar contact continue.
Oh yeah, we can probably take off our seatbelt and stuff for the passengers, let them roam about the cabin. So this is Interstate 77 that's running right along with us down towards Cambridge. And then that's Interstate 70, so 77 and 70 right there.
Cessna Tree 61 contact Indianapolis Center on 124.45. Good day.
124.45, Cessna Tree 61. Indianapolis Center, Cessna November 11 Tree 61 for 1,400 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61. Indianapolis Center, altimeter 29902. Radar contact continue.
All right. Put up my hair here. Alright, we're going to check the weather here. We got real time Oh no, we're not doing live weather. Alright, let's go ahead and change that. Alright, let's see. That was at the 33 mark. So we're moving along now. It was set to live time, but just not live weather, so we're good to go there now. And let's see if we can play along here a little bit. Let's go ahead and increase our elevation here. So altitude, let's go to like 15,000 feet here. Climb up. See how high these clouds go. I think we're gonna have to go a little bit higher. Let's go to 20,000 feet. There you go. Now we're out. I think we can adjust this down just a little bit here.
Altitude.
There you go. We're leveling out. We're going to reduce our throttle. We're at the cloud level here. Coasting above the clouds. I'll let you enjoy that scenery here momentarily, and I'll be right back, and then we'll start our descent. Looks like we're flying through a little bit of clouds here.
Cessna 361, acknowledge last transmission.
Going to 125.55. Cessna 361. Indianapolis Center, Cessna November 11361, 13,900 feet.
Cessna November 11361. Indianapolis Center, altimeter tree 00 tree. Radar contact continue.
Alright, so we got a nice little cruise above the cloud levels here. We're going to go ahead and start up this. Let's bring this down to about 7,400 feet here. And see what we got going on. See if we can kind of go right through that little donut hole. I think we might miss it a little bit, but we'll see.
Tree 61 contact approach on 120.905. Good day.
Alright, crossing over 9,800 feet.
120.905. Cessna Tree 61. Approach Cessna November 11361, 9,400 feet.
Cessna November 11361. Approach altimeter tree 004. Radar contact continue.
Altitude.
There you go. We're leveling out at 7,400 feet, which pretty much seems to be the bottom part of the clouds here. Otherwise known as the cloud ceiling. We might be running back into it though. I think we can probably pull this down to about 5,000 feet. Should be good. Coming up to Miller. Point Pleasant will be next. Probably off in the distance there.
Altitude.
Alright, coming up to 5,000 feet. Probably 2 seconds. I'm gonna guess that's the Ohio River right here. That is. So that's what we were looking at on the maps before. So we're going to basically be chasing the Ohio River down that way. Our next elevation change here will be,
Altitude.
let's see, let's do 3,500.
Altitude.
Probably adjust our heading here just a little bit to the right.
Cessna Tree 61, contact approach on 128.4. Good day.
Crossing over 70 or 3,700.
To 128.4, Cessna Tree 61. Approach Cessna November 11 Tree 61, 3,500 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61. Approach altimeter tree 006. Radar contact. Continue.
Alright, speed looks good at 212. Engine output 48%. Angle looks pretty good. Coming up to New Haven. Got the Ohio River. We're going to bring this down to 1,800 feet. We can also go ahead and retract our landing gear here.
Altitude.
And also maybe get 15 degrees of flaps going. Point Pleasant Valley Hospital. We got another guy up in the air here. Alright, we're looking for Tri-State or Milton J. Ferguson. Should be popping up soon. It's KHTS. I'm gonna guess it might be too long and that's probably gonna get cut off. We'll probably be looking for that Tri-State Milton J. Ferguson. Oh, there it is. KHTS.
Huntington Tower, Cessna November 11361.
Let's see if they give us runway 30.
3 miles northeast, 1,800 feet, with kilo to land.
Cessna November 11361, Huntington Tower, altimeter tree 007, fly left base runway tree 0.
Fly left base runway tree 0, Cessna tree 61.
Alright, so we got left base 30. Alright, so here we are. We're 31 nautical miles out. We're going to be passing over Ashton, Glenwood, Crown City, and following the Ohio River down here right on the Ohio and West Virginia border. We are going to be landing in West Virginia here over at the Huntington Tri-State Airport. And once again, we're going to be landing on runway number 30 here. Looking to maybe take the third taxiway here, right in front of the parking area and possibly tower. So shouldn't be too bad. We're already pretty much at our desired altitude. We got our landing gear down, flaps set at 15%. We'll move it to 35% momentarily. Maybe after we pass the Ohio River right up at that point, we'll adjust our flaps to 35%, mainly because the wind looks like it's 17 knots. But good thing is we're going to be landing into the wind here, so maybe we actually don't need them then. We're going to leave it at 15% because we are landing into the wind, so that'll slow us down just as much as the flaps. Yeah, wind's picking up to 19-20 knots now. Coming up to Newton. Alright, officially 20 miles out from the airport. We still have to make our right-hand turn here. Good look at the Ohio River. So to the right is Ohio, to the left is West Virginia. And this pretty much separates the border here. I don't know what that guy's doing sitting down there in the middle of nowhere. airport is going to be somewhere this way. I think that's it right there. Tri-State. Let's see, you can see it there. There you go. Tri-State, Milton, J. Ferguson. So 10 miles out. We're just going to fly down this way and then line up to runway number 30. Because we're currently going in a heading of 220. And we're looking to be at 330 or 300, so be at runway number 30. So we'll go ahead, head in here. And get ready to change our heading to 300. Go out just a little bit further here because I think that's the airport there. I can hold it. This is what I'm looking at here. Going to try to line up to this orange line here, so I'm going to probably start my turn like right here. Hopefully it'll be enough. Alright, let's go ahead and change it. Oh, 300, I went too far. There we go. Alright, made the turn a little too sharp. I guess we can go to the left a little bit. Not 100% lined up here. But we are at a good altitude, so not too shabby. All right, we'll just go ahead and turn autopilot off. We can take full control here.
Cessna 361, did you copy?
Oh, what did they do? I didn't hear them.
Clear to land runway tree 0.
All right,
Cessna tree
so we got
61.
clearance for landing. So wind is at 23 knots, so that's picking up. Speed's at 150. We gotta remember we got plenty of runway to work with. You're lined up very well right there. Speed's at 139. We're going to reduce our throttle just a touch. .125 is perfect. Coming in just over those trees. cutting the throttle.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing.
All right.
Go to the parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch.
So we got a nice landing
Taxi to
there
parking and shut down your engine.
from NeoFly.
Cessna 361. Exit runway when able.
Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and exit our runway here. I think we actually got it a little early.
Cessna 361. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Alright, we're gonna hold short here, contact the ground.
121.9er, Cessna Tree 61.
And we're gonna request parking.
Huntington ground, Cessna November 11361, taxi to parking.
Cessna November 11361. Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Bravo.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Bravo, Cessna Tree 61.
Alright, we'll go ahead and go down this taxiway Bravo here. And then parking will be on the left hand side. Alright, so we got the tower there. We got another guy sitting right there in, that's parking spot number 8. We're going to take parking 2. Which is going to be right here. Alright, so we got that. Right by the tower there. We'll flip our switches here, turn everything off.
Transporter. Disembarkation in progress. Stand by.
Go ahead and check out the flight here. So our landing was minus 69, so a very soft landing there. 222 miles. Puts our average landing at 193.
Okay, pilot. That's all the passengers off the plane. Thank you. Over and out.
Alright, so with that, we will end the flight. Appreciate you tuning in. And we're going to see where we're going from here. So we're going to keep it on live weather here. Glad I got that switched over. Looks like we got a little bit of clouds here in the northeast. And some other cloudy weather there with a little bit of a break in the middle section of the United States. So we'll do that. And we'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you guys tuning in once again. And until then, hope everybody enjoys their weekend here.